I will do. I plan to do so. Okay, lights on. Cabin crew notified. And what's the altitude of this airport again? So 129, we're going to go in at 135-ish, roughly. We're looking at 102 feet altitude, so that's fine. So basically, for an AutoLand, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're underneath the glide slope, which we're not yet, because we've not picked that up. We've picked up the localizer, so we can actually press VOR lock. We don't have to, but I'm going to. You hate drinking for all it is. It's nothing more than toxic stuff. True, and I don't drink normally, but it was good fun. So, with an AutoLand, let's put the auto brakes on 2 as well. So what we're doing is we're descending down to 2,800, which should put us below the glide slope, hopefully. I'm going to double check the ILS frequency as 109.50 on both left here and right. Okay, so left and right are both 109.50. Once I've done that, I've already armed the localizer, so when we start this final turn here, we should capture the localizer, and then we'll go straight onto the approach. I could press the approach, it doesn't really matter, any of them will do. And hopefully this airport's got glide slope. It's got ILS DME, so it should. Leaky, I'm going now, and thank you for tonight because I had a great time. No worries, Leaky. Have a good night, sir, and thanks for joining. It's great fun. Okay, so you can see here, we can actually adjust our altitude now to 5,000 because we're below the glide slope. With this little diamond here, it's showing us below the glide slope. The ILS is captured for the localizer because it's gone solid. So a solid purple diamond or solid pink diamond, it's actually magenta, but we'll say pink. That should help level us out in a second. I'm going to put some flaps down. I'm going to put the gear down, all in preparation. Bring out the spoiler to get that speed down. The approach is armed. And I've got Command A armed. As soon as I capture the glide slope, I'm going to press Command B as well. But I need to wait until we capture, which should be any moment now. You thought that AutoLand only works with airports that support ILS Cat 3. In the real world, yes. Okay, so now you can see that they're both purple, or pink, or magenta. So I'll press both. So you can see now, here we've got Command A and Command B illuminated. I'm going to lower the speed down to what is recommended in here, which was 129 plus 5, we'll say 134, like so. Speed's coming down quite nicely. Let's bring out the rest of the flaps. Flaps 15, flaps 25, flaps 30. So there we are, flaps 30. The speed's coming down quite nicely. We're fully established because we're bang on centre here and bang on centre there. Now I don't need to do anything. I can sit here and clap my hands like a little baby if I wanted to. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the landing. The only thing that we need to do now is when we touch the ground, we need to put our reversers on. So I'm going to arm the spoilers as well. So the spoilers are armed by this green light. Is this also for default planes? Not necessarily, but it will work. It will work. It might not be as smooth, but it'll bring you onto the runway. See, when this aircraft lands, it'll actually flare itself, whereas the default aircraft will not. So I'm just going to bring up that speed just a touch, because it's dropping below. Just bring it to there. What about raising the nose? The aircraft is going to do everything. So you can see that the nose is already pitched up slightly. It's already at maybe, what, 2 point something degrees? If that's 5, that's going to be about 2.5 degrees nose up. So it's already going to touch the ground with the rear wheels first. But as it lands, as it touches down, it will actually flare a little bit more. Okay? So I'm just going to make this one a bit smaller, so you can see. So we're, what, about 5, 6, 7, about 7.5 miles away from the airport. I cannot see it. I cannot see I can only just see it, the PAPI lights. If I wanted to, I could bring this down. Not that I need it down, but I can if I want to. So I can see that the runway would be in about this area. But like I say, I'm not going to use that. So basically all I need to do is know how to actually fly, because all I can do is pretty much taxi and take off, cruise, and barely land. Yeah, just learn how to land. You know, do a couple of flights in a small aircraft, because they're slow. Those aircrafts are slower, and they'll be able to land or approach the airport at a slower speed. So you can see that the nose of the aircraft's pitched down a little bit more, because the wind has just changed slightly. So we've got a 13 knot crosswind coming from our 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Zero Halo or Zero Hello Yo. This is the PMDG 737 from Precision Manuals. Just go on to Google and search PMDG 737. Traffic. So I'm now getting traffic from a guy that's behind, but we're going to ignore that. Luckily enough, this aircraft's not built with 1,000 computers like the Airbus, because no doubt the Airbus would take off and go around. So now you see here it's changed to land 3, because we've got both approaches, CMDA, CMDB. We've got both of those connected. It's now fixed on that runway, and it's saying it's going to land, basically. So again, all I'm doing is sitting here. I can clap my hands, and I'm not doing anything.
1,000.
You fly on IVAO and also with the Quality Wings BAE 146. Nice. Okay, so that's the guy that was giving me traffic warning. 747. Hopefully wake turbulence isn't simulated, but he's coming in slightly to the left. Slightly to the right. So he's going to compensate in a second. And he's dropped below now. But he's looking good. He is slightly right though. So again, like I said, I'm not touching anything. I can click my fingers if you want me to. My throttle levers are fully idle. The auto brake is armed. Autopilot is doing everything. The only thing I'm going to do is, as soon as we land, I'm going to initialize the reverse thrusters. And that is it.
Minimums.
But I am holding on to the control just in case. But I'm not going to need it. 100 above. The aircraft's going to flare. There's the flare. The autopilot is still on. There. And as soon as we land, reverse thrusters. Autopilot is still turned on. Full reverse, or almost full reverse. Feet on the pedals. 60 knots, reverses off, manual brakes. That is it. Get rid of those. So that was an AutoLand. Full AutoLand. And I need to get off this runway as soon as possible. So I'm going to take this turn in here. I don't know why you're GGing, because I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. And the autopilot is still connected. But the auto throttle disconnected. Everything worked as it should. Because we did an AutoLand. There we go. I'm not going to start the APU. There's no need. I'm going to go straight to cold and dark cockpit. Just need to find a place to park. Where's everyone else parking? Okay, they're all over there, so we'll go that way. Can you highlight that, Steve, or YouTube it? I can highlight it, that's fine. But like I said, the autopilot does everything for you. You don't need to do anything. So we're going to go up here. Stomp too much on the brake then. And then we will hopefully bypass this 777. And hopefully Naf stays there. Because I want to go in that parking space just in front of him. A highlight would be great. Yep, I can see Naf's moving. So I'm going to divert. Because I want this parking spot. Like so. Nice and steady. Spinner in. Come on, push. They're a bit stiff, these pedals. Beautiful parking. Couldn't have done it any better. And stopped. Parking brake is on. Where's Squirrel? Probably asleep. I don't know. Okay. Taxi signs, sorry, seatbelt signs off. Taxi light was already off, so we don't need to worry about that. Logo lights off, anti-collision lights off, even though the engine's still running. We are going to a full shutdown of the aircraft. So cabin utilities off, emergency lights off, fuel off, engines cut off, and everything is good. Everything's off. Yep, everything's off there. Turn those off. Oops, wrong one. There we go. So everything's off there. Everything's off there. Everything's off there. We're all good. So now all we need to do, 1, 2, and 3. And there we go, cold and dark. Just like it was when we first started. And that is it. So I'll highlight that last bit of the video, so you can all learn how to AutoLand. So yeah, like I said, the plane does everything. If you can, in FSX, the CAT ILS systems are not necessarily all simulated correctly. So it will still do it as in the real world on a Cat 3. You can even AutoLand on a Cat 2. It's just different categories of ILS how it works. But even then, like I said, it's easy to do. So easy to do. You can just see CH Flash coming in behind. He's actually landing on 32. Which we all came in on runway 14. And there's 2 other guys on final. So we'll wait until they land. They're not far away now. Let's move the camera over this side. Steve, I told you I know almost nothing, but I know what the lights should be. But other than that, all I know is literally other than to take off and to cruise. Yeah, like I said, it gets easier with practice, Boda. It really does. Like I said, it does get a lot easier. It's not bad scenery around here either. Plenty of buildings in the background. So 2 people left coming into land. Just trying to reposition the camera to keep my aircraft in view, but get a good view of the runway. So it looks like it's Baz and Stingray, or something. Stingra. Yeah, I think it's Stingray, but he didn't have enough characters. It is a good learning point. And I mean, I tend to explain a lot of what I'm doing as well. I know this is not a default aircraft. This is a more complex, sophisticated jet. Whereas the default 737, it's pretty simple. But the principles are still the same. The ILS features are still built in to that aircraft. So you can still do an ILS landing. You may just have to take over on that split second before you touch down. So, you know, EasyJet suck. Well, yeah, I guess, you know, they're a cheap airline, but, you know, the livery is not bad. And it's the one that I wanted to choose, so. Welcome back, Pugster. We are just about finished. We're waiting for these 2 aircraft to land. Which they're just coming in. They will clip to the runway, as they always do. But there's Baz coming in. So he'll hover above the runway next, and then he'll just land. Nice. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Oh, he's coming in a little bit steep. He wants to throttle up a little bit. Yeah, he's going around, I think. At that point, they'd have gone around. Well, actually, at that point, there'd be no tail left. That's not bad. I mean, he definitely got a tail strike, but doesn't really matter. End of the day, he landed. It's only a simulator. You can do what you like in a simulator. So yeah, all in all, not bad. We had a fair few people fly all day with us today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of us. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Right, that is it from me, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I am absolutely cream crackered knackered. So I am going to go and hit the hay and go get some shut-eye. So thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I will be back on Thursday with some farming sim. With a bit of squirrel action on the farm. And, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed that. Getting used to the pedals. I still need more practice, I guess. But hey. We got here. We made it. We learnt a few things along the way. And, yeah, it's all good. All good. Right, guys. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your day tomorrow. I'll catch you hopefully in Squirrel Stream. If not, I will see you all on Thursday for some farming action. And until then, take it easy, have a good night, and enjoy the outro. Bye-bye.